Okay, that's not a great sign. All right, well, here's where we're at. There's the United States. We're over here at Salt Lake City. Home is over there in Pennsylvania. So we're looking at like 2,500 miles. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Can it be done?
Oh, yeah.
Grace says it with such confidence. Hey, we're a long ways from home. 2,200 miles or so. Mm-hmm. We bought 2 amazing vehicles. And I brought my daughter. We're in Salt Lake City, Utah. One of these cars will be our ride home. We're not sure yet. We bought them for scrap price. We're gonna get one of them driving. Been sitting a while. We don't know how long. Neither one of them start.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So that's good. We do these will it run and drive homes, a little bit more rough, rustic cars, but my daughter came along with me on this one. I said, you know what, I'm gonna make this one nice. Why not go with a limo?
It's an interesting choice.
So it's gonna be good times. So we'll take you around the car and show you cars and show you what we have. We're gonna make one car out of the 2.
Yep.
Hopefully, and drive it clear across the country. All right, 2 limos. This one I think is a 97-ish.
Bit dusty?
A little bit. I don't know. And you can see this got issues already. We got the fuel line disconnected, cut.
Yikes.
But we got a free can of starting fluid.
That's always fun.
We got a fuse sitting here. This is Harbor Freight. So, this car here, I don't know if it has, oh, it's even got power.
Oh.
Okay, this car has 37,000 miles. The air compressor works. It's amazing. 37,000 miles. It's rough for 37,000 miles, but it's got 37,000 miles. That's pretty awesome, according to the dash anyway.
Yeah.
Unless something is wrong, because it just looks like it has a lot more than 37,000 miles. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll show you the interior. Yeah, there's no radio in it, which is a bummer. Ooh, but it's on the ground. Okay, we'll see. Comes with jumper cables. The guy was trying to start it, apparently. That's what it looks like inside. Yeah, it's a little rough. It's missing some pieces, but that's okay. Got the polka dots, one of my favorite features of the entire car.
Yeah.
And this thing was part of Midway Bar and Grill, and it was on Midway Rescue, or not Midway Rescue, Bar Rescue, TV show. Bar Rescue.
On the Kill Bill episode.
Yes. So if you guys want to look it up, you can. Fixed.
Oh, great.
Okay. We got lots of things coming apart. I love this, but Rhino liner roof. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so inside we've got dirtiness. I don't know what's going on.
You don't
know what that is. I really actually don't know at all what that is. Oh, got a VCR.
Are you serious?
Yes, we do.
Oh my word.
We got pieces falling all over the place. Ooh. Trash bin goes right into the trunk.
What?
Tissue dispenser.
That's always fun.
Trash bin goes into the trunk, so I guess you just, when the trunk gets...
So the trunk is just full of trash.
Yeah, apparently used to have a radio. I don't know what's going on in here. But this is pretty awesome with the wraparound seating.
Take a nice nap back here.
We don't know what's going on. I figured the roof must leak or something, because this is all rotten away. Okay, well, we got 2 little TVs. Those are pretty awesome. Well, we're gonna find out. Don't know what's in here. What's in there? Window film application solution. Okay. There must have been a... Oh, that's all rusty. Yeah. Must have been a broken window in here at one time, because there's some glass. That's kind of concerning. So, but it's all fixed. It's like everywhere. Oh, I bet you this one was broken because it's all glued in. And it doesn't match the rest of them. So yes, there was moisture in here. You can tell by the floor, the way it is. It's a little moldy looking. Let's go look in the trunk, see what we got in there. Okay, so that key doesn't... Oh, the
Doesn't even work.
All right, well, let's see if it's got a trunk popper inside. Do these keys even fit the... They don't fit the doors at all, so it's missing the key for the doors. Fuel. It cranks. That's a good thing.
That's actually very shocking.
Okay, well, you know what? We don't actually know what's in the trunk or how to get in there. So I really want to put this car back together again, make it nice. Okay, well, we'll have to figure out the trunk there at some point. All right, so as you can see, the tires are really dry rot. Really dry rot, but really good tread. And yeah, that should have pumped a bunch of fuel out, but it didn't. That tire actually doesn't look too bad. That tire's the way it is. But we also have some good tires on this one.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Maybe I'll swap some things over.
I mean, that one's destroyed.
Yeah. Okay, well, this car here is a little older. This, I believe, is a 1990. So it's quite a bit older, but it also has keys. Of course, there's nothing. And this interior has been sitting with the window down for quite a while. This one's rough too. They say it ran. There.
Yeah.
That's got the 5.0 in it, okay? The other one has a 4.6. Oh, another can of starting fluid. Okay. All right, so let's show you the interior of this one. This, of course, this is shot.
Yeah, considering that there's a blanket trying to hide the
trying to hide it. In the ad on Facebook, it didn't have that blanket. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see what's in the trunk. Ooh, this trunk opens.
Oh, that's a plus.
Okay, we've got shot tires. Some red carpet. We can roll the red carpet out for you.
Nice.
That's pretty awesome. We'll be using that red carpet.
I feel like that's a very moldy red carpet, but you know.
It's red nonetheless.
Is that? What is that? Bungee straps?
Bungee cord.
Bungee strap cords?
Yes. That's pretty awesome.
Or we could lay that down on the
floor?
On the floor so it's not so nasty.
True. True. Yeah, I'm not used to not used to people worrying about the cars being nasty. I'm just glad we have floors.
Yeah, it's always a plus.
No, we definitely want to make it a little nicer for Grace, so it's not so miserable.
Well, if it's moldy, I feel like we'd just be sneezing the whole way home.
True. Okay, so the interior of this car, like the bar is much nicer.
I wonder if that's real crystal. That's like fancy.
I don't know. The bar is much nicer, and it's got like the telephone intercom
Fascinating.
system in it. Of course, it's got the windows taped up, and
Yeah.
yeah, the floor is nicer, but I like the wraparound seat in the other one
Yeah.
a lot. So I don't know what all we're going to switch over yet. If we can switch this bar over and do some measuring, because it doesn't look the same as totally different your cars. Yeah, and this one doesn't have the tissue dispenser,
Have all the fancy stuff.
but it's got an armrest. And these seat tracks are really comfy.
I know, these are really nice.
Wow, that's really comfy. We might get into doing limos more often.
Yeah.
I have no idea if any of this stuff works. Of course, everything is dead right now in this car.
Yeah.
But yeah, this interior is actually in better shape, I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think that's what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Their plan was to swap the interior of this car into that car.
Yeah, because it's a lot nicer.
Because it's a lot nicer. It is a lot nicer in here. However, I still like the wraparound seat of the other one. So, anyway, we'll find out.
It's not like awful though.
What, the other one?
Yeah.
No, it's not awful. So we'll see if we can make it work. Well, that's just unique. There's a little bit of blood on there.
Oh, that's nasty. It didn't come from me, did it? You.
No, it's not new.
Oh, great. No one knows where that came from.
Yeah, we're not gonna ask.
Kind of suspicious.
That it may hold air.
Are you sure about that?
What do you think? It's got
That's
chunks
very
missing.
debatable.
No, that one's shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, fancy. So we're
Sitting
gonna have to do
amongst
some.
the weeds.
We've got to get in the trunk of that car to see if we can find a spare tire.
Yeah.
Because the rest of these
Well, I was
tires.
getting excited because I thought there was something in there, but
Oh, the rest of these
apparently
tires
not.
are aired up actually.
yeah.
Very good. We're gonna see if we can get this one running first. Our goal is to get them running here
Yep.
at this guy's house. He said we can work on it here, which I appreciate hugely. And then we're gonna, once we get them both running and driving, we're gonna take them over to a parking lot we got permission to work in, and then figure out what we're gonna do with the interior stuff. And then we're scrapping a car. I'd say we're probably gonna scrap that one. Scrap a car and drive one home. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Plan made.
Yay.
Grace, go ahead and jump in the car, and then we'll see if the fuel pump relay's clicking
Goodness.
up here. Because apparently they were chasing after fuel because they cut the fuel line. Is the key in it?
Yep.
Just turn it on, not to start, just on. Okay, clicks. Okay. All right. I'm not sure that's a great sign. Okay, you can turn the key off. All right, now we got to go back and see if we can test the fuel pump, wiring at the fuel pump itself.
Okay, so while Dad is trying to fix the limo, I am planning on cleaning. There's glass shards everywhere, so I'm gonna have to watch out for that while I'm working, but I'll keep you updated.
So Grace is still cleaning, and have the back seat pulled apart here because we still can't get in the trunk. Still trying to figure that out, but I did get the fuel pump unplugged through back here. So now I'm going to check for power at the fuel pump. Making progress, slowly but surely. Now we got the ground wire hooked up, got power run back to it. We're going to see, oh, look, a spoon. A free spoon. Anyway, so I got distracted. Oh, okay, well, we've got power. So, I'll check for ground yet. If we got power and ground, it's probably fuel pump. I banged on the tank already. See if I can jump it across several times or something. Figure out if we can get it turning or if I got to pull it out. I don't feel like dropping the tank. This limo's low to the ground. Well, we do have power and ground. So, I'm going to plug this thing back in here, and then we'll go up front to that relay and just kind of send power back to that fuel pump over and over and over again. See if we can jostle it back awake. See what happens. All right, so I think I figured something out. Because we were trying to figure out why the keys aren't fitting anything. But if you look here, it's a Ford steering wheel in a Lincoln. And so I'm guessing, even the steering column is slightly different color. I'm guessing they lost the keys at some point and changed the steering column over. And that's why we can't get in the trunk or the doors or anything. So we're gonna see if we can figure out how to get in the trunk eventually, because I do need that. There's a spare tire in there, I need that. So I do have the seat back, like I said earlier, and if you look back in here, you can see, well, you can't see it now, but underneath my broom handle here. Anyway, there's two bolts way back in there, hiding or keeping that latch on that trunk lid. So if I would take those two bolts out somehow, extensions and impact, get back there, take those out, possibly take the lock cylinder, key lock cylinder, anyway, trunk lock out of the other one, and maybe get this trunk working. So we'll see. It's a long shot, but for now I've got to get a fuel pump working. We have confirmed it is in the fuel pump. So he said it ran and drove, and then they parked at their business a few years ago, sat for a while, and then couldn't get it started again, and they had it towed here. Don't know anything about this one yet. He doesn't know. He bought it for a parts car, so we'll see. This is our main one I got to get running. This one, figure out how to get it to the scrapyard if we can't get it running. Just want to get parts out of the inside, put them in this one. So anyway, we'll get there. For now, I gotta get that fuel pump running. I'm gonna crawl under there, I guess, and start tapping on the fuel pump itself. I tapped on the tank. See if I can tap on where the fuel pump goes in. Put some power to this thing up here. So I put a piece of fuel hose in here. I know it's not the right way of doing it because it's more of a high pressure system, but I've done it before like that, and it gets you out of a pinch on the fuel injected. Because the fuel injection, I think that's just the return line, so I think it's gonna be all right. But I never checked the oil. Okay, it's a little over full, but very clean. So that's a good sign. That I like. And I think there's coolant in there. There's something in there. I don't know if it's coolant or not. And transmission smells old but not burnt. So that's good. Supposedly this car only has 37,000 miles, but it sure does seem like it has a lot more. The belt actually doesn't look too bad. So if we just get fuel going, I think we'll be all right. See, these are the fun things about working on cars on the ground. The fuel pump is up in there. Can't quite see it. It's in there. So I take those bolts out. Don't have a fuel line disconnect tool on me. I'm gonna have to go get one. If I remember correctly, these don't come all the way out. We'll see. I tried tapping on it under here with the fuel pump, having power directly to it, and nothing happened. So things really locked up. So this is the kind of stuff that you can't quite film and work at the same time. So sorry, folks, you're going to get put on hold.
A few moments later.
Well, that was a pain. If you want to watch a how-to, find another YouTube channel. I'm not going to do that. I couldn't record. Ooh, that fuel line is shot in there too. Everything is just swollen, shot, junk. Smells nasty. So I went to a Advance and got a new fuel pump strainer. So stick this back on, stick it back in there. See what happens. That fuel smells terrible. Doubt it's gonna run right on it. We'll find out. Obviously been sitting for a very long time. I really don't know. But I smell that fuel probably 10 years or so. That'd be my guess, but I don't know for sure. New fuel pump and strainer attached to this. Yeah, I know I snipped some wires I couldn't get undone. I'll put those back together. Now, let's see if we can slide this bad boy back in there. That could be fun, because I didn't drop the tank. I actually snuck it out. Kind of have to turn it on its side, wiggle around the exhaust, and then it goes in something like that. Sits in there about like that, because the tank sits up and down. So it's unique. Has to kind of go on the side and down in. Anyway, see if I can wiggle it under there. There. It's a little tight going around the exhaust, but it goes in. All right. There we are. Okay, I'm gonna bolt it back up, put everything back together. And yes, I went to Harbor Freight and got these fuel line disconnect tools instead of cutting the lines. All right, I got the fuel pump back in. Now, let's see if there's any fuel comes up here. I believe the battery's dead. Oh, whoo, nope, battery's not dead. Very lively. I gotta plug it in back there. I forgot to plug it in inside. Okay, now, that it's plugged in. I hear something. Is something running back there? Grace, is anything running back there when I do this? Okay, I think we got fuel. Now, I will be amazed if it runs okay on this very nasty fuel. Okay, let's see. Huh, it runs. It's alive. wouldn't call it running well. Will it idle? Okay, it idles. Very nice. Now let's see if it charges. But it's alive. Oh, that makes me happy. Okay, 14.1. We're charging. Actually, the engine sounds really healthy. Really, really good. It's gonna take some to get that junk fuel out of there. It's about a quarter tank right now, according to the gauge, if that works. See if we can nurse it on down to the gas station to fill it up. Should get some treatment. But it's alive. That makes me happy. We got a very annoying little midget back in here with a hammer. Probably because of one of the blender actuators. Let's see, does the AC do anything? Max AC. Ooh, I just heard a compressor kick in. That would be something. Okay, the little midget down there just got more happy. Let's go see if that compressor's actually running. No, not running. Sounded like it at first, but we'll see if we can get some Freon and throw in there. Okay, anyway, good times. I'm happy with it. Well, that clicking's gonna get annoying the whole way home. Oh well, temperature's coming up. We'll let it run here a little bit and idle, and yeah, this AC's not doing anything at all. We'll let it run here and idle for a bit and see if the temperature, the thermostat opens and everything. Let everything do its thing. So anyway, I'm happy. It's alive. And Grace is back there. Still cleaning. She's having good times cleaning. Lots that need to be cleaned. What are you thinking? You're gonna speak up pretty. Oh, no, you don't have mic on. I'll translate. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm glad it's running.
Well, I'm glad it's running.
Dad, I should put on my mic.
She should. Dad, I should put on my mic. No, I'm glad it's running. Dad. That's what she's saying. I'm translating word for word. Well, I don't think my radio's gonna work. Huh, bummer. Okay. And this piece here is gone. Well, it's up there on top of that other car. We'll see what all can pull out. Okay, well, this one's running, so time to get it down, make sure the transmission works. And then, I gotta see what we can do with that one. Because I gotta pull the parts out and get to that scrapyard. I'd like to drive it there. We'll see. Compressor's actually running. Back end's coming up. So that's a beautiful thing. Gonna have to, I'm gonna put a screw in there. That's not a beautiful thing. These polka dots though, that really sets this car off. Anyway. Okay, let's see if she has any brakes or goes forward or backwards. I'll put you back on the tripod for that. Please have brakes. That would be really nice. Okay, I've got a brake pedal. Ooh, we got reverse. And it releases. Got forward. And it stops. Oh, we've got brakes. And it's not overheating. This thing's not running good at all as soon as you step on the throttle, but hey. It's a beautiful thing.
It is?
That's huge, folks. Huge. I don't think I've ever actually got a car ever that has brakes. They never have brakes.
Really?
Never. Okay, so let's go take this thing for a test drive. We've got brakes. That's new to me.
That actually brake. Not moving.
We're moving.
Not moving. Oh wow.
We're moving. Okay, fuel doors on the driver's side. Please don't scrape.
Yo.
I'm gonna need to go.
That way. That little girl was very fascinated.
By this limo?
Yeah. All right, well, we made it to a gas station.
That's a beautiful thing.
Always a good sign. Okay.
Let's see if this,
It's full of gas.
see if we scrape coming out of here.
No. Shuffle is good.
So far, so good. Oh, slow.
Which is good for a limo
Sure.
at this point. Okay, is there even any spot for us? Yay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We made it to a car wash.
Yep. Oh, that's so satisfying. Oh. How do you feel about the roof, Dad?
The roof just keeps going.
Just keeps going. and
Hey, wear
going.
your arms out. All right, what are you thinking?
Well, that's pretty nice.
Polka dot limo is alive. That one there, we pulled all the parts out we need, and that one's going to the scrapyard. So,
Yep.
we're excited. It's gonna
Oh,
work
yeah.
great. Good time going home.
Oh, yeah.
Polka dot limo. All right, we just headed out. We're moving along under its own power. So we have a full tank of fuel. The other car is gonna stay there. It's gonna get scrapped. We took all the parts out of it that we need for this one. And we'll finish this one up tomorrow morning at the hotel. Just kind of putting the interior back together. I don't know if you can see that back there, but it's a complete disaster in the back. So it'll be good. Anyway, we're gonna head back to the hotel tonight.
12 seconds later.
Well, we're back here at the hotel. And yeah, there's a problem. I didn't even get very far. My airbags are leaking. So we gotta figure out what to do with that, because we're gonna be scraping the whole way home. We gotta get that back into that car up a little bit. They don't even hardly try to pump up. They try a little bit, and then the check air suspension light comes on, the compressor stops, and we're done. Well, the car looks a lot better now that it's cleaned up. Even the polka dots look better. Putting on our magnets, because the stickers, well, they're not what we want. Here's what our magnets look like. I think that'll stay. Hopefully it stays.
Hopefully.
What do you think? Rugged wrench.
The next day.
Well, good morning. Back at it. I did drive around a little bit this morning, and I found a airbag, singular airbag. All they had in Salt Lake City, one airbag. Anyway, there's one that's leaking worse than the other, so I'm going to change that out this morning. By the way, I don't know who these people are in Salt Lake City, but Beans and Brews, they make a pretty good iced coffee. Not a huge fan of iced coffee, but this stuff's good. So I got a couple things. Got a patch for the tail light, red tape, and a mirror that I can stick in over there, of sorts. And we're going to go from there. First, I got to get the trunk open, because Grace is going to come out. She's in the hotel. She's going to start loading everything from my rental car into this car, and I got to have the trunk open. So we're going to get going. All right, so here's what I got. A very long extension. So we're going to see if I can get in here. I've got to hold that carpet up I showed you guys earlier. So I apologize if I'm in the way. That's one. Hey. I think I got it. Okay, see if we can get these wires. Well, they're loose now. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, so there's the latch assembly. We got this trunk latch assembly. I pulled the wires out of it up in yonder. This is one of those electronic motors that cinches it down. When I pulled the latch out, it came up. But I think this all has to be attached here, the wires, in order for it to go back down properly. Okay, so anyway, in the trunk, we've got mouse nest, flat tire, empty bag, ooh, extension cord. Might be able to use that. So there's not much going on in here. All right, I'm gonna fix this trunk. What is that? Lincoln. That's, goes up there, minus the mouse nest. All right. Close it down. It cinches itself down like it's supposed to. And put the key in there. And it opens back up. The only things I have to do yet is the airbag and the turn signal bulb up front. And then we're ready to hit the road for a bit. I really ought to check all these tires out. I know the front one had some dry rot. Front left, I believe. They have some flat spots in them. You can hear them thumping. This tire has a little bit of checking there, but not much. A little bit in the tread again, but not much. I think this left front was the worst one. I'm gonna see if that spare holds some air as well. Yeah, this is definitely the worst one. All right. All right, I apologize. I had to take you off a time lapse because the guy was mowing grass. But this is the airbag shot. Wasn't going to work. So now we'll put a new one in. Not that terrible difficult. There's a clip on the top. There's a little clip on here, which is the hardest part. And then you turn the thing and pull and turn again, and the solenoid pops out with the air hose attached, and the bottom's just clipped into place on the axle. So hopefully that fixes most of our problem. All right, well, I'm gonna turn the key on. I got the suspension jacked up a little bit. Got the new airbag in. See if it works. Compressor kicked in. That's a good sign. Absolutely. It's working. That's a beautiful thing. Well, Grace is here now.
Howdy.
Putting her wires on.
I'm attempting to put it on right now.
I went to start this thing, and it says no. So let's see. You want to crank it then, Grace?
Yeah.
It sounds terrible, but hold on. Let me check the oil first. Make sure it didn't burn a bunch of oil. I don't think it did. No, it's still full and clean. I don't know. It sounds like the hydraulic lifters are collapsed or something. Go ahead and crank it. Okay, let's see if we can spray some starting fluid in there. Might simply be that we sucked a bunch of water in too overnight. All right, we're gonna see what this, if it has fuel pressure or not. Okay, go ahead and crank it. I don't think she can hear me over the mower. They've been mowing this little stretch of grass for 20 minutes. Like it's a little stretch of grass going back and forth over it for a long time. Anyway, that ought to be nice. Okay. Okay, we got good fuel pressure. Well, it's running-ish. The fuel smells terrible. Were you cranking it the entire time?
No. Oh yeah, I was.
Oh, that was the only reason it's staying running. That's funny.
No, because I let it go a little bit. It was still going.
Hold on.
Let's try it again.
They're coming back with the mower again. What's that?
Let's try it again. Because I let go of it and it was idling.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Okay, let me jump in there then once this mower's through here. He's still mowing. All right, here we go again. It's running-ish. We'll let it warm up for a little bit. I have my foot on the throttle to keep it running. It's like running on maybe 4 cylinders.
Oh boy.
I think it's all the junk fuel.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully once it warms up. Okay, we'll get back to you, but it's running dookie. It's very happy. It's misfiring like crazy, but it is idling. Temperature's starting to come up. I'm gonna have Grace check the air in this tire. Well, it's flat. See if it'll hold air. It also is dry rot. Here's a battery. Yep, coming back with it and slide it. Yep, just like that. Just gonna air that thing up. So far, it's still running. So much misfiring going on. Ooh, but look, the back is sitting really high. I'm not sure that's a healthy sign. I don't know why it came up so high. Okay, well, we have a bit of a deadline, or had a deadline. We had to check out of the hotel by 11, so we rushed. We checked out at 10:58, so good.
We made it.
And now we have to have the rental car back. That one right there, that probably made you about dizzy.
Very.
Anyway, we have to have the rental car back here in an hour.
Back here?
Not back here, back at the rental car place.
Oh yeah.
And
should have time.
Yeah, that should be fine. We're gonna take and fill it with gas. But anyway, so that's why we skipped some of it. I didn't put the mirror in, I didn't put the turn signal bulb in. But the suspension is still holding air. That's a beautiful thing. Still up. It's been sitting here for a half hour. So, all right, we're going to get this rental car back. We'll catch up with you when we pull over alongside the road and start organizing, because it's a mess in this limo right now. Okay, we are officially on our own.
Yay.
We're going to, the Misfire didn't start, or didn't clear up at all.
Oh, great.
So we're gonna find an auto parts store, and we've got to get a fuel filter in this thing. We got to figure out which cylinder is missing. So I don't know if it's an injector or if it's a spark plug, but we'll find out. It ran fine yesterday, so I'm sure it has to do with that junk fuel.
Yeah, it should be fine.
And the smoked pretty good. Looks like it did.
Oh yeah, there was some sort of liquid coming out the back too. So
yeah,
that was fun.
It's all the moisture. There's lots of water in the fuel tank.
Yeah, and there was like pieces of dirt just flying.
Oh, nice.
Out from underneath the car, just chunks.
Nice.
Looks like it's been not driven on the highway in a long time.
Well, it was sitting for a very long time. Supposedly only has 37,000 miles and it's 97.
I feel like that's a lie.
Yeah, but the way the fuel looks has been sitting for 20 years, but I don't know. Anyway, it's unique. All right, well, we're gonna find an auto parts store.
20 minutes later.
All right, just got out of O'Reilly's here, and I did check for which cylinder was misfiring, and there was a fuel injector unplugged. I don't know how, but anyway.
Don't know what that means, but great.
So, it's still missing like crazy. I'm going to do it now. Look at that smoke. So, that smells like nasty fuel. It looks like oil, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the nasty fuel. Woo, it's filling up the inside of the car. So I got a fuel filter, some fuel treatment. Yeah, I know I should have drained the whole tank, but I couldn't get in there right. So we'll be fighting that for a little bit. Hopefully it clears up with the fuel injector. Hopefully it clears up with the fuel injector plugged in. We'll see. Still not running great. even with the injector plugged in. I got fuel filter, fuel treatment. This is unique. I'm gonna dump some fuel treatment in there. It says it removes water from O'Reilly's.
Okay.
Sure, that's some of our problem. And the nasty fuel. It's still smoking like crazy. It was starting to run a little better than I plugged that fuel injector in. Wow, childproof. When it gets childproof, you just yank it off.
Yep.
So, dump some of this in, and then I'll change the fuel filter. I think I can reach it under there now that the suspension's higher. And then we got to get a spare. That spare tire that we aired up, it leaks. There's a dry rot crack in the sidewall. It's actually leaking. So we're going to get a spare tire. Probably put the new tire on the front to eliminate the dry rot one. The rest of them aren't bad. A little bit of dry rot, but not much. So I think we're going to do that.
Okay.
Well, what do you think?
Pretty nasty.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It feels pretty bad. So, fuel filter's changed, and now we're gonna go to Walmart, see if we can get a spare tire. We got a professional mirror.
Very professional.
It doesn't quite fit, but I never stopped me before. Oh, that right there is just...
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I mean, hey.
I mean, you can see out the back. It's always a plus.
Maybe. Okay. We may have to do some taping.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a tire to replace the dry rot one. The rest of them don't look too bad. So we'll use the dry rot one as a spare. And put this one on here. Difficult size tire to find. It took a couple hours, but we're gonna hit the highway soon. Hopefully get out of the city. I don't know how people in Salt Lake City put up with all this traffic.
I don't know.
Yeah, well. Here, Bonneville Salt Flats, and we were told that we can't go out there today. It's the last day of racing, so we'll probably just pull aside and somewhere else. We'll see. You can hear this thing is running great. Some exhaust leaks under there from scrapage. It's pretty awesome. We are out on the Salt Flats. Apparently they just finished racing. We got at the gas station and said today's the last day of racing. You didn't think we'd be out here, but they're done now apparently. And we are driving on the Salt Flats. It looks like airport runway.
I know. That's crazy.
Get out here a ways and pull off and watch the sunset.
The next day.
Morning. It's the crack of, I don't know what time it is. Crazy early. Sun's not up yet. It's coming up. Anyway, I was sitting in bed last night thinking, and I'm half wondering if what caused our low compression issue in one of the cylinders Because that's what it sounds like when it's cranking over. I really wonder if there's low compression in one of the cylinders. Maybe I have a leaky fuel injector and it cranked or dumped a bunch of fuel in the cylinder sitting overnight. Because when we parked it the other night, it was running great. Smoking, but running great. The smoking, I'm pretty sure, is coming from a lot of nasty fuel yet because it doesn't smell like oil. So this morning, before I even try to start it, I'm going to pull all the spark plugs out, have a look down inside and see if there's any fluid in the cylinders. I don't want to hydrolock it if that's what happened before and bent a valve maybe. I don't know. It's not going past the rings. There's no blow by at all. So I'm wondering if it's bent valve. So I'm going to pull all the spark plugs out. It'd be good to have a look at them anyway. I haven't even done that yet, which I know makes a lot of people groan, but it's okay. We'll get over it eventually. Here's what the spark plugs look like. 2 of them have a bunch of oil on them, like they weren't firing at all. Those 2. And the rest of them look like that, like they've been burning cruddy fuel. Problem is, there were 2 of these spark plugs, one either side, that I don't think there's any threads left, or not much anyway. There had been something holding them in, but they were very loose. And you go to back them out, and it's like they didn't actually come out. You can just pull them straight out. So I may have to get Healy coils and put in there. It's a Triton thing. One either side, fairly. They're not the back ones. So that's nice middle toward the back on each side. Cylinder number 3 and 7. So I'm going to take my scope down inside of here and see what's going on. All right, well, you can see down here we've got really good cross hatching in the motor. And if I get my scope back up, a whole bunch of crud up there, that's for certain. But both of these valves look okay. So this cylinder's clean and good. There's nothing directly on the bottom. The other side is shining at the bottom, but it's full of crud now. Anyway, there's nothing directly on the bottom. Anyway, thanks for the scope. The guy who we bought the Oldsmobile Touring Auto from gave us a scope, so we're using it. And it was working good. Thank you. Well, official diagnosis. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see anything bent anywhere, and there's nothing full of fluid other than some oil in that one cylinder. So I think we're going to throw some spark plugs in it, but I've got to put these back in to drive it to an auto parts store. We'll see what those threads feel like with those spark plugs too. All right, Grace is recording. We're going to start it. Hopefully it starts. Fuel pump still runs.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
What in the world was that?
It was very loud. Oh, boy.
Not a good sign at all. Well, folks.
Very loud.
I know there wasn't anything in the cylinders. Why would it do that? We are out in the middle of Nowheresville, next to the salt flats. There's a little town here. So we're gonna start looking for plan B. See if we can trade this thing straight up for a piece of junk to get us home. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. We'll keep you updated, but motor's toast. I don't have the tools or equipment or patience or want to redo the timing on the way home or right now on this car. So I think we're gonna call it where it is. Because I gotta be home Friday and we're Wednesday afternoon. Okay, we'll keep you posted.
20 minutes later.
Well, we are at this junkyard thing right down the road. We're gonna try to get rid of the limo here and maybe get another car. No idea. It's quite fascinating. We'll see. Okay, here we are in a casino. Because
First casino ever.
yeah, because there's a Mac machine and we found somebody who'll sell us a car, but we need cash. So why not? Plot twist.
Moments later.
Well, it's not a limo.
Nope.
There's the limo with the junk engine. Timing chain jumped, and I'm not going to be fixing that along the road.
No.
Valves and the pistons, the whole 9 yards, not okay. So, we got ourselves a Corolla.
Toyota Corolla.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I'm quite happy with it. This place here is very unique. I don't know. It's very helpful, just unique. Here in Wendover, Utah.
Yep.
Right on the Nevada border.
Yep, close to the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Right next to them. So anyway, we're gonna empty everything over from transfer everything over from the limo right on into the Corolla. We're packed in. We're really packed in. Car's squatting. But it's just sitting here idling. So nice.
It's so nice.
Okay, we gotta go get a battery for this one and see if we can find a Walmart with an AC charge kit because it's hot.
Yep.
The other car was hot too, but this one just feels really hot because it's tight. Okay, we'll catch up with you later. All right, we are on the road again in our Corolla. It's not doing too bad. Definitely has some alignment issues. The steering wheel is really crooked and it vibrates like crazy around 70. But it's running fine, and the AC is coolish.
It works.
It's working. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than having the windows down all
Yes,
the time.
much. So we're actually going to head back on over here to the Bonneville Salt Flats because why not? Because they were pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to do the YouTube live at the Salt Flats. So pretty excited about it. So anyway, while you're joining us, while you're still here, we're gonna take this thing for a cruise and see how fast we can get it, because why not? We're on the Salt Flats. That's what you do here.
It's the perfect place.
Absolutely. And again, this is a 2001 Corolla. I know the limo was a lot more interesting. Way more interesting. However, it died.
Yeah.
Woo, we hit a pothole. I don't think there should be potholes there. We're doing 75. I should turn the AC off, maybe get a little faster. Well, this is really a bummer. I'm flat to the floor.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Well, folks, our hood didn't stay latched.
And now our windshield is broken.
Yes, but that's still Woo! We got to 75. I don't know how much more it would have had. Probably not a lot more.
No, because you were just saying that we were flat to the floor.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, wham! The hood flew up. At 75.
And cracked the windshield.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
I mean, my hood is now, actually the hood doesn't look much different. It was pretty bent up before. But now the windshield's broken. So that's a little sad. So, I don't know. I think I got the hood latch better now. I don't know why. Something wasn't right with it because everything's, the front end's been hit multiple times. You can see lots of battle scars on the car. But hey, it is what it is. So anyway, we're gonna eat some supper back on the Salt Flats here. And then we gotta head for home.
Yep.
Because now we officially have 2 days.
Only
drive.
2. And a night.
Yeah, to drive 2,500 miles.
Yep.
Corolla, keep running, and hood stay closed.
Yes.
Shit, that was scary. We're on our way home, and I steered Grace through a pothole.
Yeah.
Pretty big one. So we blew a tire. Now we got to find out if we have a tire in the trunk. Hopefully we have a spare. At least we're not in like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
There's stuff around. So we'll get back to you once we empty the trunk out. Figure out if we have a tire in there. No, we have a spare. It's a donut, but it's a spare. Gets us over to a tire store and get a new tire put on the one. The rim's fine. It'd be kind of nice to get all the tires balanced anyway, if they can do that for us quick too, because we can't really do over 65 because it shakes so bad. So it'd be nice if we can get it up to speed. Getting the tire replaced and the rear one's balanced. Hopefully the vibrations are all gone. We're back on the road again. We got the tire fixed, got all the tires balanced, and it's driving like a brand new car. It's amazing. I mean, a brand new 01 Corolla. Anyway, heading to home again. Hey, we made it. Finally. Finally home. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, it's good. Saturday morning. I needed to be home last night because I'm heading out with my wife in 2 hours. So it's pretty important. So I made it just in time, so that's good. So we put 2,408 miles on this Corolla. It actually did really good. Yeah, I'm tickled with it. It was not what we had planned on driving home and planned on the Limousine, but that's what it is. We had a lot of fun with it. What are you thinking, Grace?
Glad to be home.
Yes, we're very glad to be home. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day. What do you think, Grace?
Oh my word, this is nuts. I feel like I just want to eat it.
Well,
I want to try it.
what does it taste like? I'm sure it's salty.
We're gonna see. Here. Kind of had to, can't really pick up a chunk, it just kind of mushes in your hands.
Salty?
Very salty. It's really good though.